King Charles III. He does seem very royal, doesn't he? Why are so many Americans interested in the English royal family? Well, they are colourful. Stories from a historical perspective gives you all you would need for a gripping crime story. You can read the true historical happenings with the royals over the centuries. Beheadings, imprisonment, murders, etc., many of which have taken place in some of the royal palaces still standing and open for tourists to explore. So let us go back to the 70 years of late Queen Elizabeth's reign. She gave birth to 4 children and had a happy long marriage, but not so for her children. With the exception of Edward, they were all divorced, or like Prince King Charles, offered enough scandal to keep people fascinated. Then there was Princess Diana, who even had her title taken away after the inevitable divorce. She was beautiful, with a great personality, a soft heart, and extremely likable, but that did not save her from public humiliation when Charles and Camilla did not hide their affair. Can you blame her for being angry? She decided to make the public aware of her point of view and the way she was treated in the royal family. In her interview, she told the world about how her marriage of 3 was deeply hurtful. Who would feel that way? Who wouldn't feel that way in her position? She became mentally unstable.
Eating disorders, whether it be anorexia or bulimia, show how an individual can turn the nourishment of the body into a painful attack on themselves.
There was nobody she could turn to for help. She was alone and did not want her marriage to end, but she said there was no solution when Charles made it clear he wanted a separation. Charles, on the other hand, seemed to be enjoying life with Camilla. The whole thing is a sad story. I was living in England at the time of all the media headline pictures of Charles with Camilla and pictures of Diana weeping. So Charles' story had a happy ending, and he was even able to marry Camilla, a divorced woman with 2 grown children. Diana was selected for Charles to marry because she was a virgin and of titled background. I always thought of her as a sacrificial lamb. She did her duty by producing an heir and a spare. She said she did not want the divorce and tried her best to make it work. But with the help of the media, the public became aware it was a marriage of convenience for Charles, and the Queen agreed to their divorce. Diana, as we know, reached out for love after her divorce in all the wrong places. Dodi was her final mistake, which brought about her death. How do you feel about King Charles and Camilla actually becoming the Queen Consort? I, for one, think they have a happy marriage, and there are plenty of media pictures showing them laughing together, and from their point of view it works. But why do we look the other way? Should Charles have been humbled a little by his behaviour? Should Her Majesty have taken away his line of succession, just like the example of his great-uncle who abdicated in order to marry his American twice-divorced lover? Time moves on, of course. I would love to hear your opinion, especially from American citizens who find interest as the royal story progresses. Will you watch Charles' coronation in May 23, for example? And how do you think of the royal family now, without their special queen?